I finished it. Hi, I'm Ashley, and this is the corner of the internet where I talk about my knitting. I live in a small studio apartment with my boyfriend Angel and our two dogs Yaku and Chango. So for this video, I am going to focus on my FO, my finished object, which is the scarf number 1 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. This is my first spun project that I knitted. I had some roving from Hipstrings. This is a blend of different sheep breeds in the colorway Otter. I spun it on my Kiwi 3 Ashford spinning wheel at about a worsted weight. So this scarf is supposed to be knit, I believe, on a fingering or a DK. It's supposed to be much smaller. I didn't bother to gauge swatch. Since this is a scarf, I just took the, what was it? It was about 150 grams of this worsted weight spun yarn. And since it was worsted weight, I upped the knitting needles to a US 7, and I just knitted it until I didn't have any more yarn left. And I am so happy with the finished object. This is a super easy design, very easy to follow. You can make it as big or as small as you would like. I can actually see myself making a full shawl out of this design because it just starts from the top center and it continues to grow out, and you can stop whenever you want and just bind off. So that's pretty much what I did with my shawl or scarf. I am so happy with it. I am so proud that I spun this and knitted it. It's true, I heard from spinners that even if your yarn is thick and thin relatively, once you knit it up, it kind of hides the imperfections. So I am just so thrilled with this final product. I can't wait to wear it the rest of the day. It's just special because I actually spun it. So, you know, I went further back in the making process, which is just so exciting. So throughout this week, I am just going to show you me spinning the yarn, me washing the yarn, me, you know, winding it up into a cake, casting on, knitting on this object, casting it off, blocking it, and just showing that whole process. And I am so thrilled that I was able to document it and share it with you guys. I will see you next week, and I hope you're having a good day. Let's get crafting. on my scarf #1 by My Favorite Things Knitwear, which I am knitting up in my hand spun yarn. I am just so excited and happy that I have been knitting with my own hand spun, my first like solid hand spun. I've been only spinning on my spinning wheel for a couple of months now, and I had some practice roving that I kind of, wanted to get to know my wheel with, and so did, a few skeins there, and eventually I decided to hand spin my Hipstring wool. Or it's wool from the company called Hipstring in the color Otter, which is a mix of different types of sheep breeds, and I spun this up. I thought it was consistent enough for me to actually make something with it, and so this is the progress so far in the scarf #1 by My Favorite Things Knitwear, and I couldn't be happier. So it's pretty much a triangular scarf. It could either be a handkerchief, or you can make it a little longer where it can wrap around your neck twice. It has eyelet like detailing, as well as some garter stitch rows, and it's just making up for a really nice accessory. Since my hand spun is, when I measured it, it's about 9 wraps per inch, which is a medium weight yarn, so it's about a worsted. I went ahead and casted it on with a US 7 needle, which fits better with a worsted weight yarn, even though the pattern calls for, I believe, a DK and it can be with US 4 needles. Since this is a scarf, I didn't bother to gauge swatch or follow the pattern specifically, and just went for what my hand spun required. This is the scarf number 1 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. Keep your neck warm on colder days or use it around your hair for a cool 70s inspired look. Scarf number 1 is worked top down in a simple lace pattern. There are 2 options, one small bandana which wraps around your neck only once, and a slightly bigger scarf which wraps around your neck twice. The suggested needle size is a US 4, and the yarn weight suggested is DK.